Welcome, wrestling fans. Welcome to Curtain Jerkin. As always, I'm your host, Jacob Grondt, reporting for the Main Event Marks YouTube channel. You can also check me out on Spotify. However you're listening to my voice, I appreciate it. I put up the NXT Battleground review yesterday. I'm putting up the New Japan Dominion review today. It feels like old times, back-to-back reviews here for the Curtain Jerkin podcast. We're going to be talking about New Japan Dominion, of course, ranking every single match from worst to first, but we got to talk about it. NXT superstar, standout on NXT Battleground, was arrested. Sexxy Red apparently arrested due to her part in a brawl before the NXT show that was in New Jersey. I guess she was in, the show was in Las Vegas. She was in New Jersey, I guess, assuming she was getting to the show. And there was something that happened. TMZ has a video. I tried to watch the video. It looks like someone in her camp, in her faction, someone close to Sexxy Red tackled somebody. And you would think, like, okay, someone got tackled, it's done. No, 3 or 4 people jumped on this person, and then you see Sexxy Red enter the screen with like one of those posts they use to create lines in the airport. Like they have the, I don't know really how to explain it, but there's these, with a post that you often see in an airport. She lifted it over her head, and looked like she was, trying to get a good shot, but there were so many other people trying to beat this man's ass. She really didn't get a good shot, and her team pulled her back. Her faction mates pulled her back. She's the leader of the faction. She's the Shawn Michaels of this DX. She's the Hulk Hogan of this NWO Hollywood. They pulled her back. They let, the Vincents and the Big Bubba Rogers and the Stevie Rays of the world take down this guy. And somehow one of the people in this faction had some weave in their hands during this altercation, even though the person they tackled seemingly was a dude who did not have weave on his head. I don't know. The thing was very interesting. Almost more interesting than NXT Battleground. But we're going to be following this story because Sexxy Red, she's entertaining. She's hilarious. Is she a good rapper? No. Does she rap as a profession? Yes. And those are often the best musicians to follow on social media. The people who really aren't good at the thing they're supposed to do because they're struggling for attention. They're out there trying to get it. And anyone who is good at getting attention but bad at being a rapper, who gets paid to be a rapper, is going to create some controversy. She was on, NXT shaking her ass. I'm sure all the Jim Cornettes of the world hated that. And then prior to that, got in a brawl. Like, let's keep up with this. Let's see where this is going. I'm interested. I'm also interested in the so-called prohibited portal. The WWE's little dig at the Forbidden Door reference of, cross promotions and wrestlers wrestling on other company shows, but WWE's Io Sky to take on Utami Hayashida at Marigold's July 13th event. Of course, the creator of Stardom broke off to create Marigold. Io Sky used to be Io Shirai, of course, and she got her start in Stardom. So this all makes sense. This is all cool. I'm excited for more crossover in the WWE in the women's division. Maybe we can have the dudes get a little crossover as well. That'd be kind of cool. Speaking of WWE crossing over here, maybe they're crossing over into some soft ground wrestling, a trending company out of Uganda for a while, known for just kind of having this what would be called backyard, but I guess it's like side jungle, for lack of a better term. Like it's like just like in this, like it looks like in this field of Africa, they have like a bit of mud and they make 2 ropes and they become a viral sensation. I mean, with the Maximum Male models have even appeared in this soft ground wrestling. Will Ospreay wrestled at soft ground wrestling, but Cody Rhodes is going to buy these guys a ring. Hopefully they keep the same name. I mean, you know how like ECW was an Eastern Championship Wrestling, they became Extreme Championship Wrestling. Hopefully they keep the SGW, but they become, let's think about it here, Super Great Wrestling, and they get this ring or something like that. I'm excited. I mean, this is cool. I'm also excited to talk to you guys about the G1. They made the announcement it's going to be 20 men again. Thank fucking Christ. To blocks, A block and a B block. Thank fucking Christ, they're going back to simplicity, kind of back to simplicity. There's 18 men that are going to be announced in a few days, and then the final 2 men will be part of this, like this winners of these prelim tournament. And then there's not just going to be an A block final and a B block final. There's going to be more after the round robin. It's going to kind of dwindle down into a traditional bracket tournament, which seems pretty cool. But I'm just glad they brought the matches down again. This is going to pique my interest. I remember 2016 and 2017 G1, waking up every day in the summer, honestly, I would go on a run. I would smoke a bowl, make myself some breakfast, and drink some coffee and watch like some of the best matches I'd ever seen every morning. My roommate and my girlfriend at the time were sleeping in, and I just had the house to myself, which was rare, and it was pretty fucking awesome. So excited about that, and it's wrapping up on my birthday, August 18th, so that's gonna be a pretty good day for me. But let's rank these matches from New Japan Dominion from worst to first. 9 big matches, and goddamn was this a good show. AEW has their wrestling, WWE has its pageantry and big fight feel, and I feel like the perfect merger of the two is New Japan Pro Wrestling, in my opinion. I love this shit. I needed a show like this to remind me that I love this shit. 9 matches, all bangers. Except for this one, I would say Zack Sabre Jr., Robbie Eagles, Kosi Fujita versus Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, and LJ Cleary. Entrances were whatever. Never really heard of LJ Cleary before. Looks like a young Trent Beretta, 25 years old from Ireland. Wrestled in ICW, GCW, NOAH, Rev Pro. He's been around a bit. But this dude, I don't know, didn't work snug. Had a light, wrestled too pretty. Looked like he was running around, dancing around. He wasn't fucking the connecting, wasn't doing that strong style we've come to know and love from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Drilla with a smooth double stomp, and as most people hit the double stomp and then jump off their opponent. He hit the double stomp and then jumped, but then landed an elbow on the way down. Super smooth. Drilla, now that motherfucker is a good New Japan wrestler. LIJ, I put LIJ for whatever reason. Oh, LJ, this dude, kind of did not work snug at all. Kosi Fujita, though, was laying it in. So pretty much, this guy LJ Cleary, he might be good. This is my first time seeing him, but he was kind of doing a lot of offense. And the story was, whenever he would get tagged in, he kind of repeatedly riled up Zack Sabre Jr. on the outside, chopping him, slapping him. Of course, not snug. I'm going to complain. I'm complaining about this. Is the worst match on the show. And then Zack got tagged in and started laying it in. Made a short work of this newcomer. 1, 2, 3. TMDK gets the victory here. This match was good, but I rank it 3 out of the 9-point scale that I have. Let's go into that 9-point scale here. So I have 3 rankings. I got the big fight feel, which would be entrance, the build of the match, and the aura as the bell sounds. You can get 3 points if you get all those. We have the bell to bell, the moves, the story within the match itself. Like if a guy's working the leg, and then there's, he has to alter his finisher because the guy worked the leg, something like that. And then the finish itself, did it peak? You can get 3 points for that. So a total of 6 points so far. And then beyond the competitors, if the announcing is good, if the crowd is good, and if the historic ramifications are good, so you can get 9 total points. No match has ever gotten 9 so far out of the 3 shows I've watched. There's been a few 8s, but no 9s. No scale is getting broken here. 9 is the best score. But number 8 out of this 9 matches that we're watching here. Great-O-Khan versus Yuya Uemura for the King of Pro Wrestling Championship match. A title with a different stipulation every match. This is a pure titles rules match, more or less. I can't tell if Great-O-Khan is cool or goofy as hell. He had the MMA shorts on when he came out, or when he wrestled, but his entrance gear is just kind of silly to me for some reason. Yuya goes right after him, making Okan use the rope break, stays on him, and then tosses Okan over the top rope, which gives Okan takes his second rope break away for whatever reason. A little different variation from the pure title rules we know about in Ring of Honor and AEW. But Okan ends up winning here with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. We got a new champion. Great Okan. That was a good match. I ranked it 5. So, a step up from the tag match. Number 7. Tsuji, Bushi, Hiromu, LIJ versus Yano, Tanahashi, and Boltin Uleg. The never open weight 6-man championship on the line. Uleg with a bit of a Gunther-esque jacket here. And so did Yano and Tana had this jacket on because they were teaming up. They were the champions going into this matchup. But then LIJ working over Yano. Oleg manhandling Tsuji at one point. Double suplex in Bushi and Hiromu. Interesting to see Tsuji and Tana going at it. Even spearing the ace at one point. And then pinning him. 1, 2, 3. Tsuji beat Tanahashi here, got the pinfall. Going into the G1, that's big, that's cool. Oleg, pissed, gets in the face of Tsuji and just kind of got back in the ring after the match, after they were celebrating. Wants to shake Tsuji's hand, and Tsuji ain't having it. This match was ranked 5 as well. Going into 6. TMDK versus Yoshihashi and Goto versus Guerrillas of Destiny versus Kenta and Chase Owens. Winner of this match gets both the New Japan Strong tag titles and the IWGP tag titles. They're merging them together. They should have merged them together to begin with. Elimination format for these teams. Brawling early. Hikuleo, no tags as well. Hikuleo eliminated. LP's big man is gone, and so is he. Chase Owens gets eliminated for his team, and then the real match kind of begins. The match beyond, so to speak. TMDK and Bishamon double team Tower of Doom spot called the Olivia Newton Bomb. That was great. The standout for me are these names that TMDK gives their double team maneuvers. TMDK wants the New Japan titles, but the New Japan vets aren't giving up. Super Tank Buster, 1, 2, 3. TMDK win. They are new champions. I give this match a 5 out of the 9-point scale. And then we go to the curtain jerker of the evening. Colin Newman and Naito. A rare curtain jerker for Naito. Started at the bottom, and now Naito is back at the bottom tonight at least. Legend looking elegant as fuck. And then gets attacked by the Newman, the upstart here. I like Newman. I kind of shit on this guy LJ, but I like Newman getting in the ring. Naito choking him with his entrance gear as they're brawling. Looks a little pissed at this upstart for jumping him before the bell. Newman putting up a good fight, hitting a Spanish fly for a 2 count, staying on him, hitting a German 1-2 no. Destino from Naito 1-2 no. But then after he kicked out, that was all Newman had. He was collapsing. He kept trying to get back up. He was showing fighting spirit. This was really cool to see. This was why I ranked this match in the top 5 here, is because this ending here, he fires up, but is just getting dropped. Then he gets up again, throws an elbow. Naito just just puts the, Yeller puts the guy down. 1, 2, 3. And then he looks at the young guy like he gained him a little bit of respect from him. And then when he was leaving, he put on his hat, and he couldn't take his eyes off the young guy. He's like, God damn it, this guy was harder than I thought. And I gave this match a 6. It was a really good opener. I loved it. Honestly. Number 4, the IWGP World Title match, Jon Moxley versus Evil. Lumberjack match. House of Torture, spray paint the timekeeper. Real dick move. And then Moxley goes through the crowd. And then taking out House of Torture as he's entering the arena. The entrances were the best entrances of this show by far. I would say 4th best match overall, but best entrances. Mox, Lumberjacks, Tiger Mask, Tenzan, Shota Umino, Yuji Nagata, and Makabe, the who's who of the 2000s New Japan. Except for Shota, of course. Mox takes Evil into the crowd, back into the ring. I think the brawling and the Lumberjacks kind of helped this match here, added that extra je ne sais quoi that this match needed. I feel like I wasn't looking forward to this match, but I ended up enjoying this match because of those extra elements, and that's why you add these little stipulations. I feel like even though Evil is a former champion, he's kind of a weak challenger. But a good challenger for Moxley in this match, because the knock on Moxley holding the IWGP title is he can't make these towns. He can't wrestle on every New Japan show like a traditional New Japan World Heavyweight Champion would. But everyone hates Evil, so much so that it doesn't matter who he is wrestling, they're going to boo Evil. So you get Evil to get booed as this, champion Moxley, who is pretty much just using this title as an AEW mid-card title. And this title is not a mid-card title, god damn it. But end of rant here, Evil starts fucking with the ref. Mox gets pissed at the ref because of it. Ref takes a bump. All hell breaks loose. Lumberjacks start to brawl. Mox hits a Death Rider to Evil. Rin Narita hits him with a 2x4. Evil hits Mox with a low blow. House of Torture hit Moxley with a triple powerbomb. Insult to injury to the former Shield member. Barbed wire bat comes into play. Who the hell is hiding a barbed wire bat under the ring in Japan? You can't smoke weed in that country, but you can walk around with a barbed wire bat. This was a fun match. Death Rider onto the belt. 1, 2, 3, or onto the barbed wire bat, 1, 2, 3. Champ retains. This exceeded my expectation. I ranked this match a 6. And the story of the match afterwards, though, was Mox issued a challenge, at Forbidden Door, and Naito answered it. So Naito and Jon Moxley at Forbidden Door. But we're making the podium, the top 3 matches of the show here. Ishii versus Jeff Cobb for the TV title match on the line. So a little bit of a old school never openweight championship feel to this television title match. Crowd comes alive when Ishii suplexes the champ. Crowd behind Ishii here. He gets thrown on his head, right back up. Lariat, 1, 2, no. Lariat battle, both men down. F5000. Ishii won't quit. Cobb can't hit the Tour of the Islands. Ishii hits a Hurricane Rana. Huge Lariat, 1, 2, no. But then Jeff Cobb comes around with the Tour of the Islands, 1, 2, 3. This match was good, and I ranked it a 6. Number 2, the Never Openweight Championship match. Hanare versus Shingo. The bad motherfucker title, if you will. Crowd chanting with every strike in the early going. Strikes turn into headbutts. Shingo counters with a knee into a headbutt. Hanare able to power up and land a knee. Both men down. More strikes. Both men down. Headbutt from Hanare. Both men down. Crowd chanting for Hanare at this point. They want to see the title change as he struggles to get up. Neither man can get on their feet. This is a draw. This was great. Hanare couldn't believe it. The champ was out cold. Hanare was struggling. Even though he wasn't out cold, he couldn't get to his feet. So this match was a draw. He's even struggling to comprehend what happened after the match here. I give this match, I put a 7, but I mean, fuck it. I'm giving this one an 8 here because I'm rereading it in my mind and I'm loving this shit. The draw was great. Hanare wants that title. Shingo wasn't giving it to him, but that was the second best match on the show. The best match on the show was the main event, the Super Juniors. The best of the Super Juniors final here. El Desperado versus Ishimori. Ishimori coming through the stage. Kind of like Cody Rhodes a little bit. He looks like a guy from the Voodoo Ranger can when he got his entrance gear on, the skull mask and the hat and everything. And then Desperado comes through the stage as well. Not as cool if both guys do it. I'm going to say that right now. It's really only cool if one guy comes through the stage and the other guy has some sort of other entrance. But still pretty cool, I mean, coming through the stage. But it's like, come on, Desperado, come up with something new. We just saw Ishimori come through the stage. But getting into the match, Desperado dives through the top and middle to hit a running senton. Action picking up, leaves both men down at the kind of the early going here. Desperado going for the stretch muffler. This move needs a new name. The stretch muffler, come on. I don't need to think about what it means to have Ishimori's muff stretched during this Best of the Super Junior final here. Sneaky low blow from Ishimori. 1-2. Ishimori getting frustrated here because he can't put him away. Spear, Pinche Loco from Desperado. 1-2. No, Desperado looking defeated a little bit, even arguing with the ref. He can't put Ishimori away. Ishimori goes into the exposed turnbuckle, the turnbuckle that he exposed early in the contest. Pinche Loco, Tiger Driver kind of maneuver, didn't really get all of it, but then the traditional Pinche Loco, boom, 1, 2, 3. The best of the Super Junior 2024 winner, El Desperado. I give this match an 8 as well. So 2 matches on this show get an 8. I think that's unprecedented. This match is just slightly better than the Never Openweight title match, only because of the historic ramifications of the crowning of the new Best of the Super Junior champion. That is literally, I would say, just like a blip on the radar better than the Never Openweight Championship match. But both great matches, great fucking show. And this isn't the official prediction show, but let's look at this Forbidden Door card here. I mean, it's getting me excited. This match, these matches got me excited for pro wrestling. And, you know, of course we have the Clash of the Castle this weekend for WWE, so look for those predictions coming out this week. But, you know, I'm looking for a little, you know, Japanese wrestling, a little strong style. We know we're not going to get that from LJ Cleary. Clearly, we're not going to get some strong style from that motherfucker prancing around the ring during a New Japan match. I mean, you know, I don't know. But let's look at this fucking card here. Jeff Cobb promised to be on the card, wrestling for his New Japan World Television Championship. Jon Moxley versus Naito. Naito's got to take this title back. Naito's got to hold this title going into the G1, and I think it should be Tsuji who wins the G1, and I think that Tsuji versus Naito should be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. That's what I think. That's what I hope to see in my New Japan in the later half of 2024. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. This match is going to be a banger. Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. You know, the pretty much like the battle of Mariah May's love. Who is Mariah May going to go for? I don't know, but I'm interested. I'm interested because all 3 of these ladies are very attractive and they can go in the ring. Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vakir. It says that she's a New Japan talent, which she might be as far as like New Japan Strong, but she wrestles a lot in CMLL. This match is probably going to be pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, these 2 ladies were in the New Japan Strong Championship match for that IWGP Women's title or something like that, like last year when Mercedes Moné got hurt, the tournament that hurt Mercedes Moné. I think they were both in it if they didn't wrestle each other. Then we have this crazy match. Takeshita and Mark Briscoe are already in the match. And then Lee Moriarty will take on Dante Martin for a chance to be in this match. And then Dustin Rhodes will take on Jack Perry for a chance to be in this match. So obviously clear winners there, Jack Perry and Dante Martin. I don't know why they do this like overbooked bullshit. We know Dante Martin's going to be in there because he does crazy shit. And we know Jack Perry's going to beat Dustin Rhodes. So it's fucking all over the place. But this is going to be a ladder match for the vacant AEW Championship. Maybe we'll see some New Japan talent get involved in this ladder match. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what's going to happen there. And then Shane Strickland versus Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. That's going to be a fucking banger. And then not a lot of New Japan announcements. I mean, we got Naito, we got Jeff Cobb, we got Zack Sabre Jr., but, I mean, I'm looking forward to maybe a little bit more Forbidden Door on this Forbidden Door card. Aren't you? We'll run down that card probably next week. But until then, look forward to the WWE Clash of the Castle predictions. Look forward to more Sexxy Red talk on the Curtain Jerkin podcast. She's a wrestler now, folks. We're going to talk about her. Fly high. I'm out.